Hi, good morning. It's 8:21 a.m. Sunday, March 23rd, 2025. Out on the road where I am ShanteyJ. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Whatever, we're just gonna leave it like that. I have my coffee and everything, and I'm one of the first times I'm not in the mood for conversation. I really am not. Let me fix my hair. Is it whatever? Is it that noticeable? It might be. Give me just 1 second. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I'm starting over. It's around 8:23 a.m. the 23rd day of March 2025. Out in the world wide air, I am ShanteyJ. Good morning. For once, I'm not in the mood for conversation. Maybe because of that wonderful breakfast I had. I'm too full. You know what? We had fried hot dogs. You know what? No, seriously. Fried hot dogs and tortilla chips. I was cheating. I had the red sauce and the green sauce with chickpeas and some type of salsa with Parmesan cheese and sour cream. I don't know. It was great. It was great. It was great. It was a wonderful thing. Oh my goodness. So I'm grateful. So I'm out here this morning with my coffee and my juice. And for once, I don't have nothing to say. I don't. You know what? Oh my goodness. I said I was worried about Twitter. Because I've been talking a lot on social media lately. And I've been worrying about, because people expect me to be a certain way, or certain things. And then they meet me and it's like, hey, listen, I said I was just a regular person. And so I'm worried about going over there to Twitter. Hold on. All right, amen. Somebody has good gospel music playing this morning. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so what? I was having a moment last night. I woke up, and evidently somebody understood exactly what I was happening. I said that happens a lot here, especially in major cities or places like LA. It's called the op. This is you run into someone's thought, if you believe in such things. You know what? I'm a small town person. I'm not really used to things like that. But I wasn't necessarily happy. I might have been some years ago, but no, not this time. I was surprised more like you know. But anyway, no, I don't have any plans today. You know, I said I don't drive. I don't, not at all. I don't even have a driver's license. Now, and I got some money on my what's that called? I should use it. Catch the bus down to the beach. Now, when I first got here, I used to walk. Oh my goodness. Now, when I first got here, and where I used to walk, I'm a walker, a big one. And what comes in handy, you know, because some people just thought I was lying until I was out and about in the world. Remind me in a minute. I'm gonna tell you a story. And because I had the step app, you know, the step app. Well, you probably don't. But anyway, it's great. It's one of those days where it has to count your steps during the day. Now, where I am at the West LA VA campus, because I said I don't mind walking because I'm used to walking. So if I leave here, where am I going to Target? Target, like 3.7 miles away. So if I go to Target, it's like 3.7 miles there and 3.7 miles back. Now I didn't know back in the day that somehow, somebody was walking with me everywhere I went. And then people got tired. They're saying, you know, I started catching the bus more often, you know, but nobody wanted to walk with me. And then but the beach, because of course I want to stay fit. So I was like, you know, because at the time, I mean, I had a very sedentary life. I mean, I sat down a lot. I wasn't really active enough, at least not in my opinion, during the day. So I would get up, so walking is a way for me to stay active. Because I remember, you know, I'm past this, I'm not in my 20s anymore, my 30s anymore, might be. I think as you get older, it's important. You know, I don't think any doctor would recommend you live in a sedentary life. They would recommend for you to be fit. You know, some type of physical moving around. Get up off the seat, off the couch, off you know, whatever, and walk around a little bit during the day. You know what? It was important. It's important to stay active at least later in life. That's it. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. You know, something like that. So I don't mind walking. I really don't. I don't know if it started from when I was younger. I used to watch my mom, and I used to call her my aunt, but she wasn't. And then, especially around this time of year, They be out there at the track walking. You know what? Trying to get in shape, lose a little weight. You know what? Before the summertime and stuff like that. So maybe that's kind of where it is. Where I'm from, we definitely, even if we don't go to the gym or stuff like that, or exercise or pick up weights or things like that, we definitely just walking as a way to stay fit. So maybe that's kind of like it. So here I'm at the VA campus. And we're about 5 from here to the beach, from here to Ocean. It's not even Ocean Drive, Ocean Street, Ocean Boulevard. No, you just go in there and just keep walking, and it's like Ocean, you know, right at the end of Ocean. And I decided I want to walk to the beach. Now, because I'm so used to walking, I never really paid attention. It's 5 miles from here to the beach, you know what? And it's another 5 miles. It's another 5 miles, man. Now, see, I get out to Las Vegas. Well, I want to stay active. Right now, I'm going to say I'm a 30% disabled vet. I get 10% for my knee and 10% for my leg. But other than that, that's all you're trying to say. And 10% for my hearing. So for the most part, as far as like physically outside of my hearing, so the other 80% of my body works just fine. Yeah. You know. So yeah, I can walk. I am mobile. You know what? And so I try to walk to stay active, stay fit. Because what I had, things like arthritis. I had to talk about things like arthritis. But it's important. It's important to stay active, to move around. Next thing you know, you got stiff joints and like arthritis. And then next thing you know, sometimes I have to remind myself, to stand up, stand up straight. Next thing you know, as you get older, you walking more and more like this. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. You know what? So I make sure I walk. I stay active. I try to stay fit. I try to do some type of physical activity, if not every day, at least a couple times a week. So but anyway. But yeah, so I'm thinking about tapping my tap card and going down to the beach. I'm so not tax. I'm not used. I don't. Well, sometimes because I was seeing someone, and I'm used to seeing someone. They have a car and a driver's license. You drive on the car, so I ain't really have to worry about walking. Or if I walk somewhere, where I'm gonna walk to? Next door to carry out. Next door to the corner store. Maybe across the street. There's a market across the street. You see where I'm going with. Other than that, I won't walk no way. No. So I don't really have to. But I don't mind catching the bus or subway. I catch the subway to go to the beauty supply store. I walk over like a block or so. I get on the subway, and then I get off the subway right at the mall. So I go to my favorite beauty supply store at that time, KC Beauty. I know I'm in Baltimore. You know what? But yeah, so I like, but for the most part, no, I don't have a driver's license. I hadn't had a driver's license in years. I'm thinking about getting another one, because someone said I'm not going to like it here in LA. It's a different experience when you're not driving. So I might. Right now, I just have a regular state ID. I have a copy of my driving record, so if I want to get a driver, I want to get a license again, I guess I can. But for right now, I won't. So anyway, well, no. I don't think, it's not that I can't afford a car. I don't think that's it. I really don't mind walking. Oh. I got something to say. It's only because of that. I can't believe I'm just gonna never talk about me. I'm not a homeless person. I really am not. I'm not. Now, but anyway, I was on here the other day and I was talking about ways to stay fit. We were talking a little bit about health and fitness, ways to stay fit, ways to stay active. Because some people don't want to exercise, don't want to go to the gym, but just ways to stay active. Simple things that we can, those ideas that we have, that hopefully we can incorporate into our day-to-day life, that becomes habits. You know what? And ways to stay active and fit at any stage in life. We're talking about that. And then I said, once we start taking those ideas and incorporating those ideas into habits, things that we actually do incorporate in our day-to-day life, then I would talk about body contouring. Body contouring as far as shapewear, body contouring as far as waist trainers, body contouring about exercises and other things you can do that's easy, you'd be surprised, to shape and tone the body. But only afterwards we take all those ideas and about that we know about health and fitness and try to incorporate those even in small ways into our day-to-day life. Then I tell you everything I know about about shapewear and body contouring. Oh, that's a good one. So then I was talking about things like plastic surgery, like things like that common that you have kids and what you want to do, especially later on, like you want to get a full tummy tuck, abdominoplasty. I talked about that a little bit, and but then I talked about other non-surgical procedures that you can get done. Hold on. Other non-surgical procedures, I say non-invasive, that's why I said non-invasive procedures you can get done that surprisingly may not be as expensive as you think, or as out of reach as you think. And they may not even require financing. You know what? So I was talking about things like IBX, because I said the majority of people that run out and get a tummy tuck, why? Because they got kids and they got stretch marks. You know what? So you seem to think that the tummy tuck is going to fix everything. You should go back and watch that. Now, but so then I started thinking about, because I've done my own personal research, because I haven't had my body done yet, not yet. For people that actually know me and know what I look like, but I do exercise. I do. All the things I'm going to talk about eventually, either on here or maybe on YouTube. Now, but I do take those ideas that I got from watching other people, listening to other people, and then you know, saying, you know, I took those ideas and I actually started incorporating them into my day-to-day life that actually works, and so on and so on and so forth. But anyway, so I started talking about, you know, inexpensive, non-invasive procedures that you can get done. That's an alternative to one thing that we talk about specifically in this case was an abdominoplasty or a tummy tuck. And I talked about something called that I'm interested in myself. Last time I was here in LA, IBX, and say they offered me three sessions for $99. I can't believe I didn't make those appointments. I'm gonna have to now understand. Now, at the point, so everybody was getting the tablets, and or the calendars, and you write things down on the calendar, and you make yourself show up. Because of course, some people don't want you to show up, especially something like that. Now, what's the reason for it? Remember, I said the enemy, or the enemy is that not necessarily the enemy. They know, especially they know at work. We're talking about things like, you know what? Ain't no way in hell they're gonna want me to show up. You know, and I can't tell you what they claim they can do in one appointment. They're gonna give me three appointments for $99. I can't believe I didn't make that appointment. And I could have just walked on over there, you know, because it's not that far from here. I'm a walker, so it's definitely less than 5 miles away. I could have just walked on over there. You know what? You know why they want me to go? Because they know the word. So this IBX thing, I said I'm gonna set up a little savings account. I'm gonna put some little money to the side. My little stash, you know, you can stash it, my stash, you know what? So I'm putting in a little stash, and that's something that I'm looking forward to do to myself, because I said I am a mom. I'm past a certain stage in life, and I have had kids, and I do try to stay fit. I definitely take my vitamins. I'm really big into women's health and women's fitness, women's wellness. I'll say about that. And I do love a waist trainer. I do love corset, but I don't want to have to wear them all the time, because sometimes we can't wear waist trainers and waist trainers, or sometimes shapewear takes away from the dresses, like the outfit, because don't look as good. You know what? But sometimes we take those ideas and we turn them into habits, and then we're using our things like waist trainers and bahas. And sometimes when we go out and we want to wear certain things, the waist trainer and bahas aren't important, because we're taking those ideas and the habits, and then staying active. Who knew? Led to a better overall physical fitness, or more fit body. And I'm not talking about fitness as far as a certain size, but overall fit body. I mean, you know, it works. Anyway, so personally, I was looking at something called IBX. I'm definitely interested in that. You know what? And it's a non-invasive, non-surgical procedure that I think is definitely attainable. By anyone, you know what? And I don't know if they have payment plans or anything like that or not, but it's definitely not an expensive procedure. And I can't tell you what they claim they could do in one visit. You know what? And it's good for fat, loose skin, stretch marks. You know what? And I told the store, I said, because I exercise, and sometimes I get the 2-pack and I get the 4-pack, and I'm good for the obliques. You know what? But somehow, because I've had kids, it's like that. I'm trying to get it all. I'm trying to do the most. You know what? So I feel like something like that IBX would really help me, give me that extra boost that kind of take me to the next level as far as fitness wise. Because I have had kids, But I try to exercise. And then somebody said, I can't believe you went on here and told people you drink apple cider vinegar. I did. Now I stopped for a little while because it was working a little too good, and I prefer to have a more curly frame. But yeah, apple cider vinegar, it works. I take a capful of apple cider vinegar, or a teaspoonful of apple cider vinegar every time I eat. And then I had to stop that because it was working too damn good. So then I take a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar twice a day. And how did I hear about that? Dr. Oz on Oprah Winfrey back in the day. Did I? Of course not. The next thing I know, some years later, I'm watching My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. You know what? And I'm seeing these little skinny girls with all these damn kids in the living room dancing up a storm. You know what? And then they finally say, because y'all want to know how we stay so small. How do we handle this? Hell yeah. You know what? And they sitting there, what big little bottle of apple cider vinegar, and all of them drinking the vinegar, happy as it works. It really does work. It's one of those small things that you ain't got to tell nobody about. But you can take a tablespoon, or you can take a capful first every time you eat, just one capful every time you eat, and then maybe twice a day in the morning and at night. And I can tell you what it do for you. It really does work. Now between the apple cider vinegar and just doing something like drinking, like I'm a soda person. You know what? Me and my Coca-Cola, we like this. We're gonna be like forever friends. You know what? I love my Coca-Cola. Now, but drinking water, take apple cider vinegar twice a day, and try and drink a gallon of water. You can. I can't drink all that damn water. You get you some fruit or something and put it in the water. You know what? And freeze it and drink it the next day. You know what? And I can't tell you between just those two so simple things, the apple cider vinegar and drinking water, what it was going to do to your body. And you still got time. It's springtime. It's not summer yet. But the weather, depending on where you are, the weather's getting warm, and it works. But anyway, so we talked about things like IBX. I'm definitely interested in it. And skin camouflage. I'm like, what? Because I actually ask people, ask me if I had stretch marks. They on Instagram. Yeah, they are. You know what? Oh, they on there. I don't know if you missed them or not, but they on there. But anyway, I learned about something called, I don't know if it's called skin camouflage. And I don't know if they tattoo on over the stretch marks. I don't know what they're doing to you. But I'm like, hey, so you ain't had to have no stretch. You said you don't have to have no stretch marks. Nowhere. So I guess when I finally get ready, when I want to get my body done, I'll definitely be interested in the ABX and that skin camouflage. You know what? But other than that, I think my behind, I know I exercise, so my lower body is really firm. My chest area, I think about, remember I said, I was watching the young women, they were doing their maintenance videos. And they had the big suction cup things where they put on their butt. I said, I want. Because the thing is that you don't have to have had a BBL in order to get that procedure done. You can go and get cellulite massages, massages to tone and tighten the butt and the thigh area, any part of the body. You can get that done, and that's not all. The little suction cup, the big suction cups, you know what? And they get your butt firm and keep it lifted. I said, I wonder, you know what? And I'd be damned if they don't, you know what? I'd be interested in having my chest area lifted. Well, somebody that I was seeing, they don't see no problem with them, so they like them the way that they were. I had to be honest. They like them the way they were, and I said they won't make anything done to them. You know what? But I wouldn't mind having them lifted maybe a little bit, or looking like another non-invasive procedure, something like that, to have them lifted a little bit. They still got some firmness to them, but it's a reason for it. People say don't wear a bra. Don't listen to them. I had somebody trying to tell me that shit. I was pregnant with my second child. That child, they're gonna have me sitting around the house in a damn moo-moo and no bra. I said. See, God had my back, even had my chest, even you know what? And then my son's father, he used to make fun of me because I wear 2 bras all the time, especially when I'm pregnant. You know what? No, seriously. Then I'm gonna tell you why. I was in the military. No, this is just a true story because I'm the only story. Not that many people can watch this. It's a true story. I was in the military. I was stationed in Virginia Beach, and I was in my 20s. Of course, in my 20s, I ain't really, I was still young. And somebody said, you need to wear a bra all the time and never take it off. Maybe they still think it, because I wear my bra all the time. I don't never take it off. I find some ways to keep them up. You know what? So I said, I wish I knew who told you that. And to this day, I would not wear a bra. I just felt awkward. I would not wear a bra. And then let me just, or sometimes when I was younger, I don't know that I used to wear a bra, or sometimes I used to wear the canvas with the bra incorporated in it. But then when I was pregnant, I would either wear 2 bras or a bra and the little cami with the t-shirt, something like that. But anyway, I guess I didn't have anything to talk about this morning, but I did a little bit. But yeah, somebody said, I can't believe it. Oh, they called it, what they call it? Hold on, give me just one second, I'm on loud. What is that? Low budget procedures for a low budget bitch. No, they didn't call me that. Anyway, it works. I am ShanteyJ. Good morning.